Good morning, everyone. We are coming to you live via YouTube streaming, via Facebook streaming, and also via Skype online. There is a slight problem with the lighting system. The bulb has blown, so we are using an alternate. So because of that, you may see shadows. Going within. Buddha looking into Sariputra. Sariputra's nothingness. Let me begin with the sutra. And each word that Buddha had used is significant. It is meaningful. It is like a garland of flowers or pearls. Each flower, each pearl is significant in the entire garland. You cannot remove one and call it garland. If you remove one, you have to go through the entire process. Buddha says, begins, therefore, O Sariputra, it is because of his non-attainment, it is because of his non-attainment that a bodhisattva, through having relied the perfection of wisdom, dwells without thought coverings. He has not been made to tremble. He has overcome what can upset, and in the end attains to nirvana. I repeat it again. Therefore, Buddha is talking about a bodhisattva, one who is on the path, almost ready to be a Buddha. Just one step and he will be the awakened one, Buddha. Therefore, O Sariputra, it is because of his non-attainment. Non-attainment is one word, and when you look at the quality of non-attainment, it is non-attainmentness. That becomes the quality. It is because of his non-attainmentness that a bodhisattva, and Buddha emphasizes on the word non-attainmentness, quality, not the noun. It is because of his non-attainmentness that bodhisattva, through having relied on the perfection of the wisdom, dwells without thought coverings. In the absence of thought coverings, he has not been made to tremble. He has overcome what can upset, and in the end attains to nirvana. I will take each word and its significance in this sutra from Prajna Paramit Hridayam Sutra or Heart Sutra. Buddha is talking to Sariputra. He is looking into Sariputra. And in fact looking into nothingness. whether he is ready or not. The word therefore indicates that Buddha is going to look into the nothingness of Sariputra. He is looking into the nothingness of Sariputra, which is very important. Each master looks into the innerness of the disciple before he talks. Even a doctor, before prescribing a medicine or treatment, looks into the patient, his conditions. Whatever criteria are available to him, according to the medical science, he uses these to look into him so that he can assess, analyze the condition of the patient, and that is what he is doing. Buddha is using the word therefore. It is always indicates that Buddha is going to look into the nothingness of Sariputra. He goes on feeling that how are his energies, if they are relaxing or they are disturbed. When you look into a person and allow him to, when a master, when a disciple or a seeker comes in front of the master does not begin the talk immediately. He remains quiet for some time. And in that he is trying to feel the energies of the seeker, whether it is relaxing or not, whether he is ready to receive the message or not. And that is what Buddha is doing. He goes on feeling the energies if they are relaxing, that his energies are no more in turmoil, because if there is turmoil, then the person will not be listening to it. That he is not brooding, he is not thinking, Sariputra is listening. He is not thinking, because when you are thinking, you move away from the person who is talking to you. This is live streaming. You may be thinking of something. If this person is reading or is speaking spontaneously, or what he is doing. I agree with him here, I do not agree with him here. So a constant inner dialogue is going on within you. With that dialogue, you are not yet ready to listen to me. And listening is an art. Nanak in Japji Sahib spoke about certain pauris, because the couplets, the whole composition is known as pauri. And these were spoken spontaneously in response to the questions from the seeker. Someone comes, he asks a question, Nanak tells Bala and Mardana, start the music, and Nanak will start singing. Nanak did not read, did not sermon, he simply sang. And he sang with so much totality that his song became his path, that became his way to attain to divinity. So Buddha is looking into the nothingness of Sariputra. As I mentioned, when you go to the doctor, you mention your problem to the doctor, He listens to you attentively. He goes through in his mind the medical. Then he says that I have to do an examination. Whatsoever be the condition, whatsoever be the criteria of examination is not important. What is important is the word that he uses, that I have to do an examination and some tests have to be run. And after that, he decides the line of treatment for you. Buddha is the doctor of the inner. He is looking into the innerness, into the nothingness of Sariputra, and that's why the word is used. The sutra begins with the word therefore. Therefore, in Hindi it is atha. Athato bhakti vyakhya syamaha. Athato, at means now therefore, it symbolizes the continuity. I am not speaking something new to you. Because I am a continuity, a master is a continuity. There is no break between Buddha. That is what Buddha says to Mahakashyap in Diamond Sutra. When he asks the question, will 500 years after someone who comes, will you be able to understand the meaning of these sutras? Buddha says, these sutras are spoken with you in mind, the one who will come after 2500 years after. So when it is a continuity, athato, Narad Bhakti Sutra begins with athato bhakti vyakhya syama. Now therefore, now more on the bhakti vyakhya syamaha. हम भक्ति की व्याख्या कर रहे हैं. Buddha continues. He is looking into the energies of Sariputra, into his nothingness, whether he is relaxing or not. Is there turmoil? Is he brooding or is he listening? Is he thinking? Buddha is looking into whether Sariputra is present. Present is one way. You are physically present. Are you present eternally? Are you open? You may be present. Open means, are you prejudiced into your way that I am a Sikh and the words of Japji goes into you? What I am saying, it has nothing to do with Japji Sahib. When I used to have talks in Gurdwara, they will tell me, do not speak outside the outside the Guru Granth Sahib. Because I used to take the examples from other paths, Sufi, Zen, Buddhism, or any other path. They used to tell me categorically not to go out of the Japji Sahib. Stay within the framework of that. So that means he is not open. And one who is not open, he will not be benefited by my message. And then, is he available? Therefore, this word indicates to the unfoldment of Sariputra's being, Sariputra's innerness, his emptiness. Buddha is seeing more and more petals are opening in Sariputra, so he can step forward, so he can take Sariputra a little more deeply, because Sariputra is available. When the Master finds you are ready, he takes you into deeper realms. That is why this word therefore is not logical. It is existential. Looking into Buddha, Sariputra is unfolding. And looking into Sariputra, what it is happening, Buddha is ready to take him a little deeper, further, forward, towards the beyond. Each statement is going deeper and deeper into the dialogue between Buddha and Sariputra. Therefore, O Sariputra, it is because of his non-attainmentness that a bodhisattva, through having relied on the perfection of the wisdom, although he relies on the perfection of the wisdom, he is without thought contents. He is without thought contents. Each single word that Buddha uses in Sariputra, in any of the scriptures, have to be meditated upon. And there was no one more efficient than Anand. Anand gives the fine details. Buddha comes with his begging bowl. Oh, when he is going out, he puts the minute description that he gives. Buddha puts on his cloak, takes his begging bowl and the walking stick. What is the significance of all these? The people who are philosophers will think. But there is those who are spiritual, they will understand there is significance of every single minute detail. Each single word has to be meditated upon, not concentrated on, mind you, but meditated upon, listened to, looked into, not contemplated. You have to look into, not thought about. These are the things which are much higher than thoughts, much deeper, much bigger. Thought is very immature, silly in these realms. As far as the message of Buddha is concerned, thought is silly and meaningless in that. So it should not be emphasized. It is because of his non-attainmentness. It is because of his non-attainmentness that a bodhisattva, though having relied on the perfection of the wisdom, dwells without thought coverings. There is no covering of the thoughts. You are listening to me, but you have come with a covering of your thoughts, with a covering of your conditionings, with a covering of your prejudices. meditation cannot be attained because meditation does not have a motive. That concentration has a motive, but meditation does not have a motive. When you attain something, you attain through motive. When you attain something, you are always here to work for the future and also plan for the future. You are working and you are planning for the future. You cannot attain anything right now except meditation. When you attain something, you are always working for the future or planning for the future. But you cannot attain anything right now, this very moment, except meditation. Let me repeat it. You cannot attain anything right now except meditation. Why? Why is it so? If you want money, can you attain it? Can you get it right now? Certainly not. You have to plan, you have to work hard for it legally or illegally. You have to work for it and wait for the results to come in. There are slow ways. You can become a businessman, and there are faster ways. You can become a politician, but you will have to do something to attain to money, slow or fast. But time remains an important factor, and you have to understand this. Time is an important factor then. Without time, if you do not have time, you cannot attain. How can you attain money this very moment? Even if you want to rob your neighbor or someone, if you want to pick the pocket of the person who is sitting by your side, even that will take time. Time is a must. If you want to be famous, again time is needed. If you want to become politically powerful, time will be needed. Only meditation is the thing that can be attained this very moment right now. This very moment, instantaneously. Why is it so? Why can you attain to meditation now? Because meditation is your nature. It is you. Because it is already there, but you have not claimed it. That is right. But it remains there unclaimed. You can claim it right now. Not a single moment will be lost. Not a single moment will be lost. That is why Buddha tells Sariputra, it is because of his non-attainmentness. It is because of his non-attainmentness. And nirvana is nothingness. But meditation comes to a full circle. It completes the whole process. God is nothing but a bud of meditation becoming flower. What is completion in meditation? The journey begins with a seed. Seed is planted. It begins to sprout. It becomes a plant. New foliage comes. Buds appear. Buds blossom. Flower happens. Flower wither away. But it can, although flower has come from the bud, but that step is skipped. The flower cannot become the bud again, but it becomes the seed. The moment it becomes a seed, the process is complete. God is nothing but the bud of meditation becoming a flower. God is nothing but the bud of meditation becoming a flower. That is the complete cycle. Man attains to godliness. Then these are not attainments. Because this is your nature, these are the realities. You can go on overlooking them for ages, neglecting them for ages, but you cannot lose them. They are there, sitting, waiting inside you for that moment when these will get opportunity to blossom. Any day you close your eyes and look within, you start laughing. And you have been searching for His blessings, searching in the wrong places. You were searching for this security that comes out of nothingness. You were searching this in money, in bank balances, this and that. But it never happened that way. It cannot happen through that. Nothing outside can make your life secure. The security systems, the cameras, nothing can make your life secure. Outside is insecure. How can it make your life secure? We go into insurances and feel that life is secure. The government cannot make your life secure because government itself is insecure. Anything that is insecure cannot provide you security. The revolution must come. The bank cannot make your life secure. The bank can go bankrupt anytime. Only banks can go bankrupt. What else? The woman that you love cannot make your life secure. One day she may fall in love with someone else. The man that you love cannot secure your life. He may die. All these things are there. So the more you have securities outside, why do you look for securities outside? Because you are insecure within. You are insecure within. More outside securities you seek, more insecure you become inside. Because then you are afraid your bank can go bankrupt. If you do not have an account, you do not care. Let it go bankrupt one day. But if you have your bank account there, then you are worried about it. You take a security firm to take care of your property. You are bothered about whether he is making the proper visits to your property, to your premises or not. He's supposed to, when he comes to make the contract, he tells so many, but you are not sure, you are worried. Is he making that much amount of visits? If you have an account, you are worried about the bank can go bankrupt. Bank can be purchased by someone else. Bank may close its doors. Then you have to attain to another security. This possibility of bank going bankrupt. Now you cannot sleep because you go on thinking what will happen if the bank goes bankrupt. If you have put your trust in anything outside, that creates more insecurity. That is why the rich person becomes more insecure. That does not mean I am in favor of poverty. Remember, I am not saying that poverty will have you secure. Poverty has nothing holy in it. And I am not saying that poor person is secure at all. He has his own insecurities. Rich man has his own insecurities, of course. Someone's insecurity may be more complex than that of the other. Rich man's insecurity is more complex than that of the poor. Poor man's insecurity, the simpler you are still insecure, but your insecurities are simple. But insecurities are there. I am not saying that to be poor is something very special, or that poor is something very important and significant, or that you can brag that you are poor. To be poor, it has nothing to do with spirituality. Nothing has been rich, just as being poor has anything to do with spirituality. In the same way, being rich has nothing to do with spirituality. Those are irrelevant facts. Poor also looks outside as much as rich looks outside. Maybe poor has only one bullock cart, and the rich man may have a fleet of cars, but that does not matter. Bullock cart or a bicycle is as much outside as an expensive vehicle, but that does not matter. Both the bicycle and the vehicle are outside. The rich man may have bank account, and the poor man may just have a small purse, or may have a little money saved, but that does not matter because both are outside. Security is an inward path. Security is an inward path because there you come to know that nobody can die. Clouds come and go, but the sky remains. The body comes and goes, thought comes and goes, but the being remains. Life comes and goes, lives comes and goes, forms come and go, but nothingness abides. Nothingness is already there. It was there before your form came. It will be there after your form disappears. The space that your room occupies, it was always there before the walls limited the space within. And it will be there, whether the walls are there or not, whether the roof is there or not. It has nothing to do with the walls, with the roof, or anything else. Nothingness is already there. Buddha says it can be attained only when you understand that it cannot be attained. It is unattainable. It can be attained only when you understand the basic fact that it is already there. That already is the case. Emptiness that is there, it is not in any way to be evolved. The space that is there in your room, can it be evolved? No. Can it be developed? No. It is fully and totally there. You do not do anything to that empty space. You just create the walls around it, a roof on top, to make it useful for you for a specific purpose. It was there before, it is now, and it will always be there. It is fully there, hence it can be attained in a single moment. The moment the wall goes up, the doors are put up, the roof goes up, finished, you have attained it. It can be attained in a single moment. Buddha calls it full emptiness, because emptiness can only be full if it is there. If it is not full, that means something other than emptiness is also there, and that something other than emptiness will hamper it, will disturb it, will obstruct it, and that something else will create a duality. That something else will create a friction. If the door is not put up, that emptiness is not full, is not total. Something else will hamper, obstruct, and that something else will create a duality, will create a friction, and that something else will create tensions, something else will create anxiety. You cannot be at ease with something else. Emptiness is there only when it is total, when it is full. Only this much for this morning. Until we meet again, take care and do have a pleasant